Hey guys, it's me, Kisame Unlimited. I'm here doing the 6-Bit the Pain Challenge versus me, versus the community. This is probably going to be the last one until the new format hits, so I might as well just recap everything in a community video like I normally do. I got a haircut, I'm just pointing that out. So, besides that, one thing I'm going to do during the next format, the rules are going to be slightly changed, but another thing that's going to happen next format is that, you know how last format where it would be like, Spotty Spotlight, Kisame with the 6-Bit the Pain Challenge with Spidey, and we would just do that, and then just like, we both grew based off each, like, throughout the whole format, and then last, at the end of the format, we had that big battle. So part of me said to myself, I'm like, you know what, I can't get Spidey to always do the Spotty Spotlight. So I said, maybe I could find, like, a friend or someone I know, and have them do a challenge also, and, you know, we do a battle at the end of the format, because I think that that's one of the goodest and best qualities of doing any challenge is just being able to be like, all this training, all this hard work, finesse, and I feel like that's kind of what I want to do next format. So my friend Pika Power 22, or the Slifer Slackers, or which way you want to call it, he's gonna come in next format doing a challenge with me, and we'll do a battle at the end of the format. If you want to win a free pack of the most recent set, like the video, comment, and I will enter you by generating a randomizer, you know, picking out someone in my comments to win a free pack. If you want to see this segment continue, it needs 350 likes, because like I told many people before, I let my subscribers take control of the channel. If they don't like seeing something, I will cut it for something that they would prefer to see. Because I don't really, you know, I'm not going to lie, I'm not crazy about doing the 6-Bit the Pain Challenge as it is, but since so many people like it, I do it for them. So, show me your appreciation by liking the video, and I'll get right into this.
Yeah, well you can go ahead and have your 6 stinking decks, cause all I need is this one. Now let's start this.
Round 3.
Alright, so right off the bat, I'm using Dalek, and my Dalek deck, this is maybe that I'm so grateful out of all the duels I still had saved, this was the duel I had saved. Because I'm very, you know, happy with how Dalek has been performing. Dalek is a deck that needs work still. Because I feel like it's hard for me, since what the people mainly know about the deck is that I'm just like, and I was actually very shocked with myself, because when you're facing something like Gears are fast. They're a very fast-based deck. That's how they were built. So it's like when you take a deck like Gears and face it against a slow deck like Dalek that has to lead into these plays of just like getting rid of all the frogs to lead into the OTK of the deck is something that I honestly didn't think I could do. However, I had an idea that I was just going to say fuck it and banish. Because the one good thing about me with Dalek is that I don't always desperately need the frogs. I'm like, you know, worst case scenario, I'll banish the frogs, play Sea Lancer, and just bring them all back, and then do the OTK to give me some protection. However, I was just very worried, because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get over this, because he already had a decent chunk of speed, and I'm surprised why he didn't play another Gear Gyno X. But I was just mad worried, because since a deck like Frog Monarchs, you got no protection, or Sea Lancer, because they both really don't have much protection. I didn't want to take any chances. That's why I was just like, I was just building up my wall, and then I was just going to play Sea Lancer and bring everything back. Plus with Duke Frog and Poison Draw Frog, I was like, I would be able to get the consistency rate of going and taking them, you know, putting them in the graveyard, and then as pushing down my opponent as much. I didn't understand why he used Mind Control. I don't know if he misplayed there, or he thought it would do something that it didn't, but I was just trying to take advantage. I think I was a little dumb there, because I didn't know Treeborn was the only frog in my grave, but I was just like, whatever. So, like now, I'm just, at this point, I was actually very shocked, because I was like controlling the field, and I'm surprised that a simple Sea Lancer did that for me. So, while I was basically just taking over everything, I was just, you know, being very relaxed. I was just like, I'm surprised, because I haven't seen many people play Fire Hand and Ice Hand in Gears. I actually haven't, so that was just like, huh. that's different. I was just like, just getting all my frogs in the graveyard. I didn't even waste any time. I was just like, get them all the fuck in there. But I'm always very afraid to play my Cannon Soldier when I basically always see back row, because I feel like this is my deck's win condition. That back row scares the fuck out of me. So now he's gonna, play, his MK and MK2 when I'm like, okay. And then that warning, it's funny because knowing me, that warning would have been such a bitch later on. But then, I got that MST thanks to the Poison Draw Frog, and I'm like, good. And I like how this is going. So I don't know if this is the turn. I don't think this is the turn when I do anything. So I'm like, MST it, he's gonna pop it, and then I'm just like, oh, what a shame. I'm like, I want that. I was like, wait a minute, you know what I want? I want that Treeborn Frog back. So I'm like, I'm gonna just, bring out Daigusto Phoenix and banish another frog, and then I'm just gonna be like, now I'm gonna play Sea Lancer and bring back all the. I think when I did this, he was so irritated because he was just like, he went through all that to get rid of Sea Lancer only for me to play it again. He was just like, are you fucking serious? And right here, he played Book of Moon, flipped my card, and all my pieces went to the grave. But then I was like, that's just great, because now I can just search out, all, the rest of the little things you have to draw, and I'm like, this is just perfect. And this is when it happens. So now, I have a message.
Put it through. Let's hear it.
Exterminate! 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 Exterminate!
No.
Exterminate! Exterminate!
Oh no.
Game over.
Round 2.
Alright, so next game I'm going to be using Constellars, and I can't wait to show all my new shit for the new format. I can't actually wait to even, because I think 3 of my decks have gone through dramatic changes. I always like it when my decks go through change, because I'm just like, I'm proud of you. So now I'm just like, I'm gonna bust down, beat up that blue boy and hit you with a Pollux, and then I was just like, play my tanky now because he just, field spell wouldn't let me play spells. And I was just like, I didn't even want to overlay because I felt like I got honest, so I felt like I was kind of in the clear, and he was like, I'm gonna attack. I'm like, I don't think so, honest. And I think at this point he had nothing for himself, and I was just like, I'm sorry that the duel couldn't last longer, but I was just like, attack, and he didn't have any protection, so I was just like, hey, cowboy, GG.
Game over.
Round 6.
Alright, next game I am using Spirits, and I'm gonna say it now, Spirits is now going to be my new set deck of next format. I've always been the type of person where I'm like, I don't want to make up my mind, but I'm like, I really do like Spirits. I like a lot of things about Spirits. I remember playing Spirits back in the day, yet again, with Yamada Dragon, and I was just like, I feel like if I ever go around with Spirits, I feel like I have to always try to incorporate Yamada Dragon or Hino Tongatushi, but Hino, I feel like, yeah, I like you, but if they see me search you, they're going to settle their back row, and I can't, and that's not a very fast deck, so I can't always say, hey, oh, I love this move, because I'm like, go by Nikki Tama, hey, BLS, oh, I have Spirit, oh, I draw that BLS, I always love that. I remember I bumped into that strategy, I'm just like, holy shit, I never really liked Lavalvo Chain prior to that, but I like him now, so I'm just, so right now he's using a Lightsworn deck with Evil Swarms, which is different. I respectable. I respect people that go against the current. That's one thing I do about my challenge. I want to encourage, originality. I want to encourage people to be different. Because people will see by my decks, I don't, play the, I want to win. I want to win. I want to win. I'm the kind of person where I'd rather lay back and have fun. It's a God Complex fun. Constellars, I love that deck from the moment it came out. Dalek, it was originally a Frog Monarch deck. I'm like, no, that's not very original. Let me put my spin on it. Now I got Dalek and I love it. Lightsworns, I changed it. Now I'm very happy with Lightsworns. Vigilante, my hero deck, pretty different from other hero decks out there. And I got Spirits. I feel like all my decks are just lay back, have fun. I would never play to just be a tier 1 douche. So right here, I think I was just like, I'm gonna set that legacy, and then I'm just gonna be like, yeah, and I was like, yay, I get to bring out my Yamada Dragon, but people are gonna be like, dude, you could have just went for game, because you could have just did that, but I'm like, yeah, but I wouldn't be able to get my +4 of Yamada. So it's just I had a little fun with Yamada, because I rarely ever get to bring out Yamada. I want to fix that up a little, so I was just I want to bring that. So I think here I'm just BLS, Yaga Shamash, my name is Shadi, and then I was just GG.
Game over.
Round 4.
Next game, I am using Lightsworns. My Lightsworns have gone, yet again, through a dramatic change. Because I went from a pure Lightsworn player to... I like the Dragon Ruler way, but the Dragon Ruler build has something I don't like. The thing about people have to understand about Lightsworms is that Lightsworms have no protection. And the most protection that people walk around with is like, hey, 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 I gotten 3 necro guns. You see, that's not enough protection for me. I also see that as a dead draw. So my Lightsworn build is going to be pretty standard, pretty like it's just going to be a standard Lightsworn build with like no help of anything, just Lightsworns generally. And I feel like I don't need shit like Eclipse Wyvern or like that Black Dragon, a Surrogate or whatever, because I feel like I don't want to like have that, because I feel like that's one thing I always liked about Lightsworns is the risk, where it was just like, you don't know what the fuck you're gonna get. But the one thing I'm doing with Lightsworns is I'm playing a very trap heavy deck, like with Lightsworns, and I think that that's one thing many people, Dark Arm Dragon, I don't think so, Fiendish Chain, but like, I feel like I honestly rather play my own build, my own type of thing, and I want to piggyback on somebody else. So my Lightsworn deck is pretty much just very trap heavy. I'm like, I'd rather be able to know I can play my Lightsworns with actual like, oh, you think you're gonna fuck with me? My shit's gonna stay on the field. Plus I can bring out shit like Michael and JD pretty easily. So I'm like, yeah, you scared? So it's just like, that's kind of what I'm doing. But the deck is still like a hit and miss, but that's kind of what Lightsworns are. You can get bad hands, but I feel like if I have all those high level monsters, all those like Eclipse Wyvern, Black Dragon, a Surrogate, Light Rain, Diablo, I get such cloggy hands, it's not even funny. And since it's a gamble, I'd rather play my gamble.
Game over.
Round 1.
Alright, last game, and it's me using God Complex. Yay! So I'm going up against Constellars, and I'm like, how dare you? Constellars are like my thing. No, I'm kidding. It's like the world, like everybody can play whatever they want. So it's just like he's like, knock out my supply, I'm like, thank God. Now I'm like, break God, and I'm gonna play my Kage to Kage, and I'm gonna get my destruction off and pop your fucking tanky, even though there's no point in like leaving tanky there anyway. And then I was just like, oh, Valor. Okay, whatever. And I'm like, attack, and then honest. I'm like, oh, well, no search, no monster, no nothing. I'm like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Something's come around and burst my bubble. So just like, so, you know, I was about to say Pollux attack, and I'm like, So I'm like, I play Rabbit, now I play 2 Shock Troopers. Oh, yeah, my 2 Shock Troopers. I don't know if, like, because he had Fiendish Chain face down. I'm like, dude, he could have used Fiendish Chain on Rabbit. I'm like, I don't know if he could, but now he's like, now I had to be Fiendish Chain. I'm like, okay. And I'm just like, but I'm kind of happy now, because I'm just like, now that I got the Shock Trooper in my graveyard, I at least could put some use to that Ammonite in my hand. So I'm just like, thinking how I'm going to do this. I'm like, I'm going to bring back Shock Trooper, and I'm going to just go for Cosmic Force. But then I was like, let me bounce back the Fiendish Chain, which is something I would never do, to like give my opponent any form. But then I'm like, hey, I got my search off, so who the fuck cares? So this is like pretty much like, it's getting close to the end of the duel. So now he got like his Pokemon and his Fiendish Chain, and I'm just going to be like, oh, that evil dragon Inada. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to go for another. And then he's like, Fiendish Chain me there. And I was just like, alright, now I know what you got. A part of me was like, I should just bounce it, but then I'm like, do I really care? Let him just Fiendish to like a 500 attack point monster. So right now he was like, alright, go for Zombie, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna banish that? I'm like, I don't think so, Fiendish Chain. Now you get Fiendish. So then it was just like my turn, and then I was just like, well, I have no need in like everything else. I'm like, flip Cosmic, I'm gonna just like bounce back, the 2 Fiendish Chains, pop your Zombie by removing the 2 awesome counters, the 2 A counters. You got Evil Dragon Renata, and then GG.
Game over.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for liking. It's greatly appreciated. He's gonna probably take the slot like Spidey did and do every Saturday. Well, I do every Sunday. So I'm just want to keep everybody's like, mind open and be like, hey, I'm looking forward to this. Because, I mean, the one thing is I want it to be like how people view it, like, it's me and another guy in this big battle. Because I think that's one thing I like about myself, is I like to push myself in becoming a better player. And that challenge always, like, pushes me to do that. I always like want to be independent and different, and at the same time be like, oh yeah, I'm just like, I can beat you. I'll put every hard work, and that's how I learned about the tune idea. It was when I went up against Spidey. It's like I pushed myself to like these end of the earth dream to like push my decks, and I was just like, yeah. And I know that during next moment I could do that too, but like I said before, I don't really control this channel. I let my subscribers control it by them saying, huh, I don't like it, I don't like it. Because, you know, I can't tell you to like or dislike. You got to do that yourself. So you guys have all the control, not really me. So, I mean, also, if anybody could, can anyone go back to my previous video of Ciaro and like that video? Because that video is, like, not doing very well. And, I mean, out of all the segments, I really like the Extremely Rare Card Edition. I have so many cool things I want to show. And since I give you guys the power, if you guys don't want to see that segment no more, I'm going to be like, I have to cut it. And I'm just like, don't you guys want to see all cool, old past things of Yu-Gi-Oh? I want to show it. And just like, so, yeah, please, can you go back to that video? Please?